You're watching another True Villain commentary.
What's going on, everyone? This might be one of the most important and honestly uncomfortable moments in Destiny history because Bungie has officially confirmed that Destiny 2 is coming to an end, at least as a live service game. And the more you look into it, the more it feels like this isn't just the end of a game. This might be a sign of something much bigger going on behind the scenes. So let's get this straight first. Bungie confirmed that the 9th of June 2026 will bring the final live service content update for Destiny 2. After that, no more seasonal content, no more major expansions, no more ongoing development in the way players are used to. The game will still exist. You'll still be able to play it, but the live service model that carried Destiny for nearly a decade, that's done. And if you've been part of this community for years, you already know that's not a small announcement. This is a game that people didn't just play, they lived in it. Raids, seasons, grinding, builds, weekly resets. This was a routine for millions of players. And now Bungie is basically saying, we're stepping away. Now, on the surface, Bungie is framing this as a transition. They're talking about a new beginning for the studio. They're talking about focusing on future projects. They're talking about moving resources toward what comes next. And that sounds fine. Until you look at what's being reported alongside it. Because according to reporting from Bloomberg, picked up by outlets like VGC and highlighted by CharlieIntel, Bungie is planning a significant round of layoffs. Not only that, there are no current plans for Destiny 3. And even worse, no new Destiny projects are currently approved by Sony. That completely changes how the situation feels. Because now, this isn't just Destiny 2 had a good run, time to move on. Now, it feels like Destiny 2 is ending and Bungie doesn't fully know what replaces it. And that's where things get serious. Because if there was a clear next step, if Bungie came out and said, Destiny 3 is coming, here's the vision, here's the roadmap, this conversation would be completely different. People would be emotional, sure, but they'd also be excited. Right now, it's uncertainty. And uncertainty is what scares players the most. Now let's talk about why this is happening, because that's the real conversation. And you don't even have to guess, Sony already gave us part of the answer. In their recent earnings call, Sony straight up said that Bungie's performance did not meet expectations. That's corporate language, but translated, Bungie didn't deliver the results Sony was looking for. So when you combine that with everything else, Destiny 2 ending its live service model, layoffs being reported, no Destiny 3 inches development, no new projects approved. This starts to look less like a planned ending and more like a reset forced by performance. And if that's the case, then this decision wasn't just creative, it was business. Now, to be fair, there's another side to this, because Destiny 2 has been running since 2017. That is a long time for any live service game. At some point, systems get outdated, content gets harder to scale, players burn out, developers burn out, and even if the game is still making money, that doesn't mean it's sustainable long term. So from Bungie's perspective, this could also be about starting fresh, building something new. breaking out of a system they've been locked into for years. And creatively, that makes sense. But here's the problem. Creative resets only work when there's a clear future. Right now, there isn't one, and that's why this situation feels so uneasy. Because fans aren't just losing Destiny 2 as they know it, they're losing confidence in what comes next. Now, let's talk about the layoffs for a second. Because this is the part people don't always like to focus on. When a studio ends a major live service pipeline, that means teams become unnecessary. That's just the reality. And if there isn't another large scale project ready to absorb those developers, cuts happen. So if the reporting is accurate, then the end of Destiny 2 isn't just a content decision, it's a restructuring. And that's where this goes from sad to concerning. Because now it's not just about a game ending, it's about what Bungie looks like moving forward as a studio. So where does this leave everything? Destiny 2 becomes a legacy game. Bungie shifts focus to future projects. Layoffs may reshape the studio, and the Destiny franchise sits in limbo. And that last part is the biggest question, because Destiny isn't just another IP, it's one of the most recognizable live service franchises ever, and right now it doesn't have a confirmed future. That's something nobody expected a few years ago. So now the real question becomes, is this the end of Destiny as we know it, or just the quiet setup for something bigger later? Because depending on what Bungie does next, this could either be a smart reset before a comeback, or the beginning of a much bigger decline. Let me know what you guys think about this situation. And if you're new around here, subscribe. See you guys in the next video.